All in, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Today is yet
Yes,
to
sir.
join, sir.
Alright, so without taking further, we would get to the task. Which team wants to make the first presentation?
So shall we, sir?
Okay, you shall make the first presentation. Understandably, the other team wants you to go first. That's why those people have not raised their hands. Kalpita, is that right?
Yes, sir. We are waiting for Geobiology, sir. If he is in the call, we would have gone first, sir.
That's what. Yes, sir. That's why.
Yeah, yes, come.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right, freeze. So, good evening, boys and girls. Now let us officially start the skit sequence first of all before we get into the presentation platform. And the skit sequence first is like Atreya Elamaran is trying to speak to you right now, and you're all going to get into the aircraft. And immediately after getting to the aircraft, we are not going to have any other skit sequence. We are straight away getting into Team Kudeshi Binda's presentation. But the opening sequence is like Atreya giving you the notice of the serum and all that. And yes, you are seeing Mitra in this particular camera, but imagine that she is not here. This is Atreya's laboratory, and you are all gathered in a round table conference. And in that round table conference, Mitra's chair is over. Okay, so stick to your names, and very quickly, in 5 or 6 minutes, we will finish up the sequence, and then we'll get on with the main business. Ready?
Sir, yeah, I have one out, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
in the sequence, you are about to give us the serum, right, sir? So
No, serum has been given.
we should act based
You,
on
you're all kit up, and you're all ready, bracing yourselves up, and you're going to board the flight.
Okay, sir.
You'll understand. You'll understand.
Can I sit there, sir? If you find
That's okay. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. You know, the first time when the Prime Minister was speaking to me, he was very much obsessed with something called as artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence. And I was telling him that artificial intelligence is going to be a future, maybe some 30 years later or some 30 years later. And I was telling him to embrace what is available. And he started blabbering as AI, which was artificial intelligence. Then I told him, sir, you already have AI with you. Atreya Elamar. So he is much powerful than the artificial intelligence AI. Then the Prime Minister got convinced. And that created a spark in his mind, and he wanted me to develop the serum, which you people had consumed. I'm sure more than the dinner that you had, you're taking up the flight by night, and by early in the morning you will be reaching the forest. I'm sure more than your dinner, the serum would have been a very good portion for you, which has given you a lot of bulky kind of,
yes,
right, Ms. Manasa?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. I feel very sleepy now, sir.
It's naturally it's going to be an aircraft. You're going to sleep there, so.
Atreya, sir.
Yes.
I'm Dilip. I'm chief psychologist in Bombay Psychological Union. I've heard a lot about you, but I want to know one thing. Why did you give those serum trips exactly?
Well, Mr. Dilip, you are our very favorite and renowned resource for our country. So there are hundreds and hundreds of hostages in the forest. So if you are going and reclaiming all those people, then we want your senses to be very clear, right? So If you read the American history, they are developing a lot of serum, and they are coming up with this model of creating artificial scientific mechanism of fluids to be injected into the body for surviving the war. Okay, so I was in the national conference, so it's like a vaccination which will not affect you. So it's basically a kind of an armor that you have put. Hope you understood, Mr. Dilip.
Yes, Mr. Atre, thank you.
Yeah, Kalpita, get into the role, black and character. Kalpita not audible.
Sir, can you hear me now, sir?
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Ilamaran, sir. I'm Sabita and psychiatrist. My instinct says that something is going wrong, sir. Is it because I think like that, or what is that, sir? I think it is because of the serum that is something is going to happen wrong.
Well, Miss Sabita, come on. I mean, be sensible. Miss Sabita, if you had gone to the restaurants in India, you might have tried, China has started giving food for us, and you might have started trying the Chinese food for the first time. Chinese food always does something really, something illustrious into your body, and later on you start carving and you're craving for that food. So it's like that, immediate biochemical chemistry changes that are happening in your body is what is making you feel so. Like Miss Manasa over here is feeling drowsy, so you are feeling a little bit awkward.
Sir, but how can you think that due to eating food we have body pain? I have severe body pain and I am not able to sit at all. I feel I always want to feel happy, sleep. I think something is going on, and I think Sabita is right.
I'll give you a dose of injection, Miss Manasa. So this injection is definitely going to give you the kind of relief.
No,
it's not.
No.
So you got the answer?
Aye.
So this is just the initial kind of the glitches that you are having. So it's not going to be very much pertinent into your mind. Don't worry, Miss Savita. You'll be all right once you board the flight.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Brinda, into your character.
Okay, sir. So, sir, actually, we are glad that you are taking care of us by giving the serum. But actually, we have self belief that without consuming the serum itself, we can do anything, sir.
Well, you should have thought about this before I gave you the serum. So you were like a Cerelac baby when I was giving you the serum, and you consumed it, and now you are coming up and saying that without the serum you can do something. It's already injected into your body, miss. So I have done good thing only, so don't worry. You will be alright. You'll be alright. Yeah, Balaji, in character. Say your names, everybody. Brinda, what's your name?
So, my name is Rekha and I am a physicist, sir.
Fine, okay. Yeah, Balaji.
So 1 minute, sir.
Your name is Stephen. Okay, Vishnupriya, in character.
So, greetings Adrian sir. So, my name is Margaret and I am a psychologist. So, I think something wrong is happening in me after you gave me this serum. So, am I getting something after having this serum?
Actually, you are suffering from clinical depression. Being a psychologist, you still suffer from clinical depression. And basically, when you are having a pill for the clinical depression and trying the serum, that is not going to be a very good encouraging combination. Two distinctive extremes of medicines can lead to some wrong paths. So that's what is happening for you. But don't worry, you'll be all right with the 2 hours of sleep, Miss Margaret.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, can I speak now, sir?
Yeah, Balaji.
So my name is Stephen. I'm a chemist. So I think that your given serum has made me some dizzy, and I feel like I'm like getting sleep. So is that bad happening to me?
Something that could be happening as bad is sending you on a normal way. Because Mr. Stephen, you have always been having a lot of imbalance in your physical and mental traits. So what I have done is I have just literally tried to help you by giving the serum. So you are very, very well built man. You are 6 feet tall and you can really save the hostages. And I am actually very confident by the help of the serum, you will only multiply your kind of strength and ability if you are really able to sustain 2 hours of this disease. Don't worry, I'm pretty much receiving the same questions from everybody. So don't waste your time. You are getting late for the flight. You'll be all right. Yeah, Aswatthama, in character.
Yeah. So my name is Elango, and I'm also a physiatrist, and I I feel a bit odd today because once if I get up from my bed, I not get so tired. But today I am today odd, and I have headache. I think the serum is backfiring on me.
You are chewing the same thing that you have been chewing and digested, Mr. Ilango. I have already given the answer. This is only the cause effect of the serum injected into your body for the first time. You will be all right in an hour or two. Yeah, Mridubashmi, in louder, louder, louder. We are not hearing you.
No, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir. I think my name is Sheba. I don't remember it correctly. After consuming the serum, I thought I'm getting forgot everything.
Whoa, 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 Miss Sheba, come on. Come on, be sensible, Miss Sheba. A serum that has been given to you for multiplying your abilities, skills, and strengths. How could the serum deteriorate your ability? You must be sleepless before this mission for several days, and as a matter of fact, because of that, you are getting the sleeplessness. I'll speak to the captain, and I will hold you back, and I will give you a different shot of injection, which will really help you to recall your memories. Would you like to stay back, Miss Sheba?
No need.
Oh, okay. All right, fine then. Right. Ajay, in character.
Mr. Atria, I'm Roshan. I'm a social worker. I do agree with these people because from morning I'm feeling a bit drowsy and I can't imagine whatever the scenario are telling. I feel something bad. Does the serum have anything to deal with, or are you sure the serum doesn't have any side effect?
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure, Mr. Roshan. Mr. Roshan, I read your reports. You are a social worker, an avid social worker, and we recently had a pandemic called as plague in the entire world. And you are going to various levels of regions, uncategorized regions, and you might be catching a lot of virus. And because of that, my serum is really working on a positive way. Good news is that, Mr. Roshan, even if you have got some virus out of plague, my serum will definitely take that virus out. So don't worry. You'll be all right.
I would like to appreciate your sincerity towards your profession, Mr. Roshan.
No appreciation for me for.
Sir, no, sir. You just told me that he went for a lot of books.
Cut it out, ma'am. Cut it out. Yes, okay. Yes, Miss Savita. Would you like to have a good sleep and you are looking for some sleeping arrangements or something?
No, sir. Your belt looks really good, and I think this is an imported brand belt. But don't say this to anyone. India has nothing like this.
Oh wow, you see, now you are getting into the positive impact of the serum and you're slowly discovering the benefits of it. This is what is called as a slow metamorphosis. Thank you, Mr. Vita. I'll note that down. I'll note that down. Yeah, Ratanadish, in character.
Hello, sir. My name is Shabir, and I am a motivational speaker. And I'm really happy to hear. And I hope everyone is happy and saying everyone is busy. It seems, and I still don't know why I'm speaking this long, but I'm speaking continuously. I think I have to shut my mouth. Thank you, sir.
Shabir bhai, salam alaikum. You are known, renowned motivation speaker, and I'm a great fan of your speech. And why would you curtail your speech? A motivational speaker has to speak with a lot of emotions, and you are speaking with a lot of emotions. And you see a sleeping lady is also clapping hands for you. That's a wonderful transformation. Don't worry, Serum is only getting there. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. You're really helpful, sir.
Yes, sir. I am Manzoor and I am a psychologist, sir. Sir, everyone's perspective is wrong, sir. I believe you. I believe you in this, sir.
Oh, thank you, Manzoor Bhai. I am very happy that I finally have a person who is believing in my traits. Thank you so much. Now, the captain is alerting me that the flight is going to be starting up.
One question, sir. One question, sir. One question, sir.
There are a lot of questions. There are a lot of questions.
Small doubt, sir. Should be clarified, sir. Sir, you gave me something. What is it, sir? You gave us all something.
See, draw.
Yes, sir. Sir, you told that you protect us, sir. So once we rescue that mission, sir, you told some mission, sir. Once we rescue them, terrorists will come and attack you, sir. So why don't they inject one to yourself because they might kill you, right, sir?
Ms. Manasa, you are known for skeptical thinking in your profession. And I have read your report. Doesn't matter. That's not very important right now. Atreya Elamaran is the most renowned alpha male resource for the Indian government. No terrorist has got the guts to near the intimate zone of Atreya.
I'm not able to understand anything, sir.
That's not surprising. You have lost your mental faculty, and these people in the Indian government have made a mistake of recruiting you for this mission.
Sir, nobody recruited me, sir. What, sir? I'm so proud to be present in the mission, and I'm so thankful to you, but you're saying like this now, sir.
If that is getting delayed, Ms. Manasa, you can start. Yeah, last. Yes, Dilip, what is it?
Sir, I believe that all these things which are occurring in me are just side effects. Something in me says that I want more doses of that serum, and something in me tells me that I should not go on this mission because my affinity with my country is slowly decreasing. That's what I feel, but I believe they are all side effects.
There you go. Don't worry. There is an ex-officio in the plane, and he will carry this serum box. Okay, and this serum contains the vials. Almost about 15 vials are here, and each vial can supply 16 serums. So I have almost about 40 to 50 vials in this particular box, and that will give you the enough supply for the serum. So I'll hand it over to the aircraft department, and they will carry this. You understood?
Sir, no need, sir. Actually, in psychology, I've learned that temptation and addiction are things that could lead to destruction. So I'm fine with the doses which you have given me earlier.
Well, okay. I'm showing you the door of the aircraft. Jai Hind, everybody. And once you come back with the hostages properly restored.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Jai
I'll just,
Thank you,
like,
sir.
Jai Hind,
Yes,
Mr. Atreya.
yes, sir. I'll just like to appreciate you for your caring.
Yes, thank you,
I,
Adrian.
I'm trying to miss home, but you're making me feel home. Thank you, Mister.
Don't worry, Mr. Ilango. You are only homesick, but there are people who are homeless. So a homesickness is not much deviating and much painful than homeless people. So go bring the homeless people back to home, and I will give you the promotion and outcome.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We will, sir. Thank you,
yes,
sir.
sir.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jane, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Atreya Elamaran getting out of the report. Never. Bye. So please, now we are getting into the important segment of this particular activity, that is the presentations. Now they have reached, and yes, airborne, these people in the midsection of the air, when the first air packet rattled the plane, they all discovered that something has been done by Atreya Elamaran in them with the serum. We might have got this skit sequence of people speaking to each other into the plane craft itself. But the point is, we won't be having proper time for the presentation. Presentation is what is all the more important. So let's get on with it. Now, people have got into the forest, and it's been 2.5 hours since they have got into the forest. one particular team led by Uday Sri Brinda is now have made a team discussion in the forest itself, and they have come across a solution. Now, there, a very big, they are supposed to make a recording. They have given the gramophone and all that, the 1930 vintage model ancient way of recording principle, that console has been given to them. So these people are supposed to record their presentation to that, and they will have to come and submit that to the Indian government. So in the forest, in front of that recording console, Uday Sri Binda's team are doing the best abilities for giving the solution for the 5 problems that they are choosing. That's the wavelength. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any questions, Linda?
Sir, one question. Sir, you told that we are recording now, sir, so we are still in the forest, sir. So yesterday you told that you did not give any plans for how we are going to rescue them, but once we get back to India, we are supposed to give the plan. So that only we have planned, that's fine, right? So we are doing correctly.
Just present whatever you have planned.
Okay, sir.
And yesterday, as we discussed, it's going to be 30 minutes for your presentation.
Okay, sir.
I'll set the timer for 30 minutes,
Okay, sir.
and I will alert you exactly in the 29th minute.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And there is no question and answer section. Analysis, all that will be made after the 2 presentations.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Team
sir.
Guru Prasad, are you ready to watch this presentation?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, Team Guru Prasad.
Sir.
All right. So Team Guru Prasanna, sit back and relax and watch the presentation of Team Uday Sri Brinda. Come on, people, start.
Sir, may I share my screen, sir?
Yes, you come to the middle. Yes, you can share your screen, and once if you are ready, tell me, I will start the timer.
Can you see my screen, sir?
Yes. So
Okay.
Mohit, you can give your best, Mohit. Is it all right?
Yes, sir.
All the best, Mohan.
That's good. Okay, so switch off our video. Let it be the only thing that they see. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
So warm greeting to one and all who gathered here. So actually we are as a team, we are here going to present some solutions for the challenges we have chosen yesterday. So first let me introduce who are we and what's our occupation is. We are from a company that is Life is a art company. Actually, we are a set of board members of this company, and our main job is to correct the corrupted people and the people who are involved in illegal businesses. And we sure and here we will be giving a best solution of and today we will give a best solution and make sure that that will be helpful for the people who are actually suffering from the problems. So let me introduce our name. So I am Brinda. So I am here playing the role of Rekha, that is physicist, and Rohan Sanjayana playing the role of social worker, and Manasa Mitra is a scientist who had mastered in various fields of science, and next Shahir is a Ratan Nitish, and he's playing a role. His occupation is motivational speaker. And next is Margaret. It's a role played by Vishnu Priya, who's a psychologist. And next, Stephen, who's Balaji Anna, who's playing the role of chemist. And at last, it's Nathan. This role is played by Mohit, and he's a civil engineer. It's over to next person to explain about the problems.
So now Mohit is going to explain about the problems. Over to you, Mohit.
Okay, so we have 5 problems. I'll say the 5. One of them is that 95 students have lost their physical abilities. They basically lost their eyesight and cross motor skills such as walking or sitting. We have 35 depressed youngsters, and we also have 25 people who have they're stuck with the fear of failure. And we also have 15 young girls who want to start their businesses in foreign countries. We also have 35 farmers who have not been praised a lot in India. And those are our 5 problems.
The basic solutions from the board members would be explained by Sanjayana right now. Over to you, Sanjayana.
Good evening, everyone. Being the board member of LIA companies, we have planned to take upon and rescue these people, and we have planned to. Our mission is to rescue these people and help to come over their disabilities, to overcome their disabilities, to reform these people and to make people stand correctly. For making them correct, we are going to suggest ideas from uh, uh, the book called The Wallet of Idea Books, and we have also commented our common ideas. Next slide.
So now we are going to say some solutions from the idea book of each, from the scientist's idea book. So now we listen to Manasa's ideas.
Warm greetings all. My name is Manasa, and like these people around me, they have told me to just read these out. I don't know where they got this from, but they told they got this from an
disability or no, you can. People, it's like, since you are making a presentation, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are supposed to be in character, and you can describe what the weakness is, and you can say, because we are not doing the skit, we are out of the box. So, Manasavade character, in every disability, you explain, and you be yourself. Everybody be yourselves. Okay, be yourselves.
Okay,
and I'm seeing the improvement in people, and for the sake of making things on a more realistic basis, let us not get into the drowsy level of presentation.
Okay, thank you.
So be yourself.
Okay, sir. Shall I start, sir? So, greetings, one and all present here. So, I am Manasa and I am a scientist. So, I have mastered in various fields of science and psychology. But the one disadvantage and the disability that I have is I keep forgetting things about my job. My job or the subject that I am given with, I forget things. But here I would like to help 205 people who are actually kidnapped by Vietnam soldiers and others, and we are here to help those hostages get back to India and do their work successfully and peacefully. So here we have represented some ideas from a person. There is a vault of idea books, and we had access to enter into that, and we have got certain books. And in that, I have researched about a person's idea book, that is Mitra's idea book, and I have got all these ideas, about 15 to 16 ideas. And once we get back to India, because we have set of soldiers who can rescue these 205 people, once we get back to India, we are going to use these. As Roshan mentioned in this presentation, we are going to organize a meeting with the press and with these 205 people, and we are going to have a first.
Guru Prasanna's team, just a tickling thinking. Have you finished your presentation?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It is not undergoing any changes now, right? You are only listening, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We're
sir.
only listening.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right,
sir.
because the editing of presentation at the time you are only supposed to listen. Just in case I wanted to say that. Yeah, you can finish.
Okay, sir. So in that we are going to actually execute these ideas. So the first idea, making idea book a mandate. So we did not have the culture of these idea pads that we had in the future, that we are going to have in the future. So what we did was we are going to have a book. So at the time papers were common and people could get normal vintage books. So in that they could actually write their ideas. Each and every person has distinct professions. A farmer, then a businesswoman, and school students, they could write their idea which could motivate them to continue their business, because people like the 15 women who are trying to start their business, being entrepreneurs in foreign countries, if they have successful ideas, it will definitely work out in India. So that's the first idea. Second, making people aware about women empowerment. So this solution is for the 15 set of people, that is 15 set of women whose motto is only to start their business in foreign countries because they won't get proper credits in India. So there are a lot of women who are very strong and they have the ability to start their businesses in their own home country, and they can make they have the ability and capability to make it successful and make it and people must speak about that. They have the power. So that is the second idea. Third, therapy book entry. So here Rekha, then Shabir, then Margaret are going to introduce some therapies, older forms of therapies. They have taken a research of that. So once people in that set of village or village people or town people, if they do that, they have to make entry. Also we would be able to get lot of goods because we are under colonization, and we would be able to take goods, and this is one of the advantage. We could take use of those people, and we could definitely make it happen. Next, our company, that is Leah company, there are set of authors and publishers. They have published one particular book about influential people. So we are going to influence people like people who are not, who have they are lacking in fear of failure. They are actually afraid of failures that they are going to face and all things. If they get to know about these people who have influenced lot of people around the world, then they will definitely actually they will change their mind. Then thinking about their past memories. This is pretty much similar to repeated stackings of feelings. So if they think about the past memories, especially the farmers, if they think about the happy moments that they had in the past when they started growing crops and when it was sold properly, that could definitely make them happy, and they will definitely get into the field back. Communication and experimentation. Speaking with each other has a lot of advantages. It could improve vocabulary, and if we share our feelings and our depression and sad feelings with others, we will have a huge relief in our mind. So that's what we have mentioned here. Next, having written their goal in idea book. So we are going to be introduced out of character. We are going to be introduced in journal writing today. If they, as sir mentioned yesterday, having a separate pen for goals. If they write the goals in that particular idea book or therapy book, anything, they will definitely have the capability of making them happen. And the idea book and therapy book is going to be common. There's a banyan tree in one. Each and every village has a big banyan tree. We are going to keep these two books there so that all the common people could have the same place to write their ideas. Next, books are the only solutions. We had lot of books. Soon we are going to be given with new books like Napoleon Hill's books, which is going to be published very soon. So that's the idea.
There was no Napoleon Hill in 1930.
Sir, 1937, sir. We are pretending that we are having the news that in 7 years we are going to be having this. And the last 6 sets of solutions, knowing about popular icons. So one of our problems is 95 students who have lost their abilities. So we have thought they could be demonstrated about popular icons who had lot of weaknesses like that, and we are going to give some small activities. There are actually Margaret is playing the role of psychologist, so she could actually give some activities to those set of students who can overcome their weaknesses and get their gross motor skills back. Mind scheduling and homeschooling. There was in 1930s we had homeschooling, but the National Institute was raised only in 1990s. So there was a person named Dr. Manihandan Sundaresan. He started homeschooling. Particularly, he started homeschooling his children, and then lot of people who became aware of those started doing this. So if they do mind scheduling and homeschooling, thinking about their schedule in the mind, having a strenuous schedule all the weekdays and enjoying in weekends, and homeschooling that could actually make their time pass. So that also creativity, hobby time will definitely make them happy, which could even reform them and get back into the profession. We have people who are suffering from fear of failure. We have people who don't have confidence. So if they have some separate time for doing what they would like, they're doing their passion works, then they will definitely, anytime soon, they can get back to their work and they can get the self-confidence. And finally, everywhere, whatever problem we have, therapy is on the best solution, and we have set of people in our team who could represent some therapies. So next, I would like to give this chance of presenting this in front of this gramophone to the next person. Thank you.
Wonderful presentation.
Thank you so much, sir.
Well done, Mitra.
Very well done, Mitra.
Thank you, Vishnu Priyaka. Thank you, Dakshina. Thank you, Vrinda.
Well done, Mitra.
Very well done, Akka.
Thank you,
Well done,
Vamagena.
Geeta.
Thank you, Guru.
Sir, can I start, sir?
Timer resume, Vishnupriya. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes, sir. Good evening, one and all present here. I am Margaret and I am a psychologist. So, the only disability that I have is I would start speaking irrelevant to, if we are speaking something, I would start speaking something irrelevant to the topic that is going on. So, now I have taken the initiative of giving some solutions for the 200 plus people that we are going to be saved. The hostages that we are going to save from the uh, soldiers who have kidnapped. So the first solution is we are going to suggest them the power of subconscious mind book. So as it was not published that time, the we would be explaining about the power of subconscious mind book, so that has changed many people's lives. So uh, this uh, this book would definitely be help for the uh, uh, depressed people and the people who have a fear of failure. And the next one is before going to the next solutions, I would like to mention something out of character. This is the year when subliminal therapy was discovered. So subliminal therapy was discovered in the year 1957, and the now I will get into the character and go for the next solutions. So the next solution is to give them depression control therapy for the depressed people, so that if they do the depression control therapy regularly, as we have 21 rule in psychology, if they do the depression control therapy for 21 days, they could definitely come out of depression, and we can make them understand, and we could bring them back to India, and we can bring them back their lives, and so that they could enjoy their life, and we could prove that they have more life than this. And the next is giving some medicines for the 95 students who has lost these disabilities, like Ayurvedic medicines, which was there in the 1930s. So if we give some medicines, they could definitely be cured. Like they could they in medicines the eyesight can't be given back, but they could if for the gross motor skills, if we have given we give some medicines, definitely they could get back their gross motor skills, and they could continue their life. And as my teammate already has mentioned, that is uh, introducing some the famous persons, we famous persons who has such disabilities, they could get even motivated, and they could understand that there is life even after we have having these disabilities. And the next solution is this depression control therapy, as I mentioned earlier. In it, if they follow it regularly for 21 days, and if even if they are into depression, more in deep depression, then definitely they have to follow this therapy regularly, even like twice a day, so that they could within 21 days, or within a month, they could definitely come out of depression. And the next is, as I mentioned, subliminal therapy was introduced in 1957. Like that time, there will definitely be no phones to record voices. So there would be tape recorders in that time. So these girls who wants to start the business, they could speak like what they have to say, like what is there in India. So they have to say the benefits of India, and so then they could get motivated if they hear those voices regularly in the morning, with after waking up, uh, and the night before going to sleep, so that it would definitely make the subconscious speak to the subconscious mind, and it would make them start the business in India. And the next is suggesting lost key method therapy too, also in for the depressed people. In the lost key method, definitely they could, if they visualize everything correctly, definitely they would be able to come out of the depression, because they could lock all the depression kind of things, the thoughts that made them come into depression, and they could definitely come out of the depression even if they do the lost key method. And the next is suggesting three finger technique therapy for the persons who have fear of failure. So especially three finger technique is only for overcoming the fear. So if we suggest this therapy, definitely they could come out of the fear that they have. And the last one is suggesting guided meditation voice for the farmers. Like we would be recording some voices, and that is like in the past, how farmers were respected, and we would definitely be able to make them stay in India more than going to any other country. And as I am a psychologist, I have taken most of the therapies as the solution. Over to the next person.
Well done, Vishnu
So
Priya.
Thank you so much, sir.
well done,
Thank
Very
you,
well
Ka.
done,
Well
Vishnu
done,
Well done,
Vishnu
Priya.
thank
Priya
Vishnupriya.
you,
Ka.
Ratan. Thank
Well
you,
done,
Balajana.
Vishnu
Well
Thank you,
done,
Priya.
everyone.
Vishnu.
Thank you, Kalpita. Thank you, Sajayana. Thank you, Ashwathaman.
Very well done, Vishnu Priya.
Well
Thank
done.
you, Ka. Thank you, Guru.
Sir, can I
Timer,
start, sir?
timer resumed. Now, Ratanitesh, 3, 2, 1, go.
So my name is Shabir, and my disadvantage is I'm always speaking a long sentence, and I'm with the continuous of I'm a motivational speaker, and I can't speak, so I'm always will be speaking a long sentence, so that's my disadvantage. And I'm taking the problem at the 35 farmers who don't want to migrate to other countries, and the solution which I'm giving is if in that time there will be like lot of tape record and a small sort of video recording things from someone. So the farmers are the backbones of the country at that time, so everyone could help the farmers. So with that, I could at least one of the citizen in India could have some sort of a recording device, so Indian army could get that, and we could help the farmers by recording a video from a seed to a tree or a plant growing. So with this, every farmers is attracted to farming because they were born in that place. So it will be easy for the easy to make farmers change their mind. So I would say this is my solution for this problem. Continue to the next person. Thank you for this opportunity.
We'll try it, Ratanitesh. Good job.
Well done,
Very well
Ratan
done, Ratan.
Nitish.
Thank you,
Well
sir.
done.
Well
Thank you,
done,
Well done,
brother.
Ratan
Ratan.
Thank you,
Nitish.
ka.
Well done, Ratan.
Thank you, ka. Thank you, na. Thank you, na.
So, boys and girls, now Balaji is continuing as Stephen. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes, so my name is Stephen, and my disability is I get completely agitated and I get very angry. So my solution for this for the 35 depressed youngsters, solution is we can advise them that how they are important to the growing society, and also we can show some like especially like a corona set of videos that we had in last year, and we can use that set of videos to motivate them. Next is 25 people who got heavier feed of failure. We can suggest auto suggestion method, and they can recover from the feed of failure day by day. And the next one is for 35 farmers. We can explain about advantages of agriculture in India than the agriculture in the other countries. So we can give like some motivational talk about how India is good in agriculture to the farmers, and they so that they can get motivated and they can come back to India. Over to the next person.
Good job, Balaji.
Well done, Balajana.
Well done,
Thank you,
Balaji.
everyone.
Well done, Anna.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
Balaji. Now.
Thank you, Binder.
So
Very well said,
Sanjay
Anna.
is continuing as Roshan. Timer resumed. 21 minutes and 32 seconds elapsed. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Good evening, everyone. I am Roshan, and I am an social worker. My disability is that I can't imagine or visualize anything. My first solution for the problem is we could raise and fund for the children who are suffering from the loss of height and loss of eyesight, and motor growth skills, uh, and we could start an care center for them. Meanwhile, we have psychologists and well educated peoples uh, uh, who help us, will help them to recover from their disabilities, uh, if possible. And my second solution is to the farmers. We can explain the science behind cultivation the crops, and we could explain how to uh, do agriculture and have more profits. Uh, then my third solution is we could suggest an book which was written by our company author. Uh, the book name is Think and Grow Rich uh, by Napoleon Hills. And if even if the businesswomen and farmers are not convinced yet, uh, our company is willing to offer an loan with very less interest to start up their businesses and for their agricultural activities. Thank you.
Sanjay, your performance was really good and you are showing very good improvement in your presentation. Very well done. I am very happy about it. Keep it up.
Great, sir. Thank you so
Very
much
well
for
done,
Very
Well
well
done,
Sanjay.
done,
Sanjay.
Sanjay
Great
Anna.
work,
Well
Very
Sanjay.
done,
well done,
Sanjay.
Sanjay Anna.
Well done.
Thank you.
Timer is about to be resumed. So Brinda, 25 minutes elapsed. So a grace time of 5 minutes is extended. So basically you people have got 10 minutes, 35 minutes, which is going to be applicable for Guru Prasanna's team also. So it's 25 minutes already elapsed. Timer resume. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, I am Rekha, so I am a physicist. So, my problem is I cannot speak any other language and I will forget things within 10 minutes. So, here I am here to present about the solutions of a people who are suffering from various problems. So, my first solution is so feel your past and think about what you can do next. So, feel your past in the sense if you take a 35 farmers, if they go back to their field or if they go back to their farm and if they see some crops in that some crops might be get spoiled and some crop will be still there due to weather condition. So if they look at that field they might have remember that how long we actually took these crops to how we work hard to make this crop grow like this. So actually they will get some imagination that thoughts that going on their mind. So by that they can actually think that our India actually in our India we can grow more crops like this. And sometimes when they look at their farms they can even think that so yeah this types of crop actually we only grown in this in our country, so that in future we might have grow more and we can achieve many things and we can get more profit. So that type of thinking, so when they look at something which is related to their past, that time they will get about their the memories which they have in their past, so that itself it can be motivate them. So my next sort of solution is visualize your goal in your mind. That is theater in my mind technique I am here. It is for the depressed people, 35 depressed people, and also for girls, and also for the girls. Why I'm saying is the 15 girls actually they wanted to go to other country because they have lost confidence that we cannot even we cannot even do anything in this country, so that only they are going to another country. So that first we have to make them confident that in this country itself you can achieve many things, and you can earn many things in this country. It's very important for them to analyze that if they do this technique, that is theater in mind technique, sure they will get some motivation. For depressed people, already they are in depression due to depression due to their past, and they have got kidnapped. So if they think about their future and about they actually wanted to forget their past, so that if they think about their future, that this type of technique will really motivate them, and it will be bring them to it will bring them to and it will bring them to be succeed in their life. So my next sort of solution is try hard until you win and believe in yourself. Self belief is so important for everyone. So even it's farmer, for girls, every sort of problem, the self belief is so important for us. Because uh, when everyone thinks that I am not capable for this, I am not capable for that thing, this thing. So if we lose our self belief, conformly we cannot achieve anything. So we should be have self belief and self confidence, so that if one thing get damaged or one thing got failure, we should not think that we cannot do this, and we cannot achieve in it. So we should not think like that. So try hard until you win and believe in yourself, because it might go wrong in some cases. Due to that failure, you should not leave whatever you are doing. Self control, it is for depressed person, they have to be control their self, because it's important for them to control whatever happen to them, like because they have to control their emotions and they have to overcome it. So for overcoming, if they control their self, sure they will be going to live a peaceful life in their future. And make use of your free time to read books. It's especially for the students, 95 students. So actually, if they make use that free time for read books, not only for reading book, they can do whatever they have. They can create something, they can ask some questions, and they can search for something in library. Whatever they wish to do in free time, they can do usefully, because only their physical abilities are down, but they can strengthen their mental ability and they can go ahead in their life. And my next sort of solution is make failure and experience as a lesson. It's especially for the people who face fear of failure. So if each and everyone in their life will have success and also failure, and we have got some many experience in our life. So if we make our failure and some experience as a lesson, and we go and we implement it in future, in any case or in any point of view, we will achieve our goals. So we should take a failure, we should not take failure as a failure, we should take a failure as another success, that we can in future we can overcome everything. In failure, if we stuck of a fear of failure, then it is not possible for us to overcome anything in the future. So it is very important for us to make a lesson, or take a lesson from a failure. So my next sort of solution is take a proper decision and don't be confused while making a decision, because um, while we're taking a decision, we will get some confused or collapsed feeling. That means our mind is not steady enough to it. So whatever, like for every sort of problem solution, if we advise that take your decision properly and think calmly while taking decision, don't be confused or don't be get tensed while you're taking decision, because taking decision in some case it will be helpful for you in the future, and while if you take wrong decision, that may harm your future too. So it is very important for us to take a decision. And my last sort of solution is don't get distracted. So when you get distracted in any kind of field, so if you are focusing in one particular business or one particular field, if you wanted to uh, it is about the thinking you have. So it's about the thinking, and whatever you faced in your life, that is all distracted. It is for the depressed people and who faced fear of failure, for 35 farmers and for 15 girls, everything it will be useful. Because if they get distracted, so if they continuously getting distracted, and that will be very harmful for their future. And we have to, and as a set of people from uh, this company, from Ila company, so we should actually advise them don't get distracted because it's very important for them. So it's over to next person to continue another set of solutions.
Hello
Good job,
everyone.
Brinda, you did
Well
really
done,
well.
Brinda.
Appreciate your
Thank you,
energy.
sir. Thank you,
Sir,
sir.
Well done,
Well
Brinda.
done, Binda.
Like,
Well done, Brinda.
Thank you, everyone.
So
Thank you,
Vishnupriya, like I
Mr.
asked in the chat, what is left after Mohit's presentation?
sir, after Mohit's presentation, that's it, sir.
Right. Okay, so Mohit is making a presentation for the first time in Indian batch. Good job. Try well, Mohit. Come on. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good evening everyone. My name is Nathan and I'm a civil engineer and I have some solutions to 5 problems. So the first problem is 95 students who lost their physical abilities. Well, I would say that if they lost their cross motor skills, they have to attempt to try to get it back, so that because without any attempt, there's no hope of getting your cross motor skills back. And if you lose your eyesight, just don't worry. Just know your surroundings. Since back then we didn't have technology to help us, just know your surroundings. Just know where you're going. Touch and feel everything. Then for the second problem, 35 depressed youngsters. I would say that I would tell them to think positive because negative thinking doesn't help anyway, and always have hope on themselves. Always hope that something good's gonna happen every day. Then for the third problem, I would say that if you're scared of failure, you shouldn't want to ask yourself why you're scared of failure, but don't deny the failure. You should accept the failure and reflect and learn from what made you fail. Then for the fourth one, I think that the 15 young girls should think about the cause, about why they want to start a business and see if it's worthy and it helps a lot of people. And the fifth one for the farmers, well, I think they should have a protest, a peaceful protest, just say that we're not getting enough attention, and hope you enjoyed my presentation.
Very well done, Mohit.
Fantastic.
Well done,
Well
Mohit.
done, Mohit.
Very well done, Mohit.
Very well done,
Thank you,
Mohit.
everybody.
Very well done,
Very well done,
Mohit.
Mohit.
Thank you.
Hey, Asataman. Mohit Annan ungita sollirken. You are repeating the same mistake.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Sorry,
sir.
not repeating.
இதுக்கு எல்லாத்தையும் பேர் சொல்லி கூப்பிடுறது நம்ம கொடுத்து வச்சோம். Okay, so team Udesh Brinda made the presentation and they finished the presentation in 34 minutes and 30 seconds. Perhaps 30 seconds left for 35 minutes, almost 35 minutes I should say, inclusive of everything. So there are 5 highlights. Yes, of course, we are going to speak in vivid manner, in detailed manner about the presentations of the teams later, but I would like to give the hotspot highlights of their presentation. First of all, your animated way of presenting and being in character and coverage of more ideas. I think you are the one who have given more ideas than anyone else. I really appreciate that. That was really good. And coming next, the second person, Vishnupriya made her presentation. Who made the PPT? Vishnupriya or Brinda?
Brinda, sir.
Me, sir.
So Brinda, the template, the font, everything about the presentation were so professional. I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, so Brinda, apart from making a very good presentation, elegant appearance of the presentation, she made a good therapy segment, and also she spoke on a very realistic basis. As far as Vishnupriya is concerned, she was very dedicated in terms of giving a solution. She also gave some therapies. The thing that she mentioned that she will be explaining about the book that could possibly come in 6 or 7 years. It's quite possible, practically, that can be done in these kinds of areas. So properly supported by Balaji with his therapies, and Sanjay Bhaskar spoke about Think and Grow Rich. A couple of days back, he got that book referred from me, and I'm happy that he has been taking up that staunch. That was really good, and Mohit's presentation was so good. with his practical way, and instantaneously he has captured the tone, and he was able to do good. So everybody, very nice presentation, boys and girls.
Thank you so much, sir.
Well done, team.
Very well
Thank
Thank
done.
you so much,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
So, boys and girls, Team Brinda have finished. They have captured about 5 problems, and they have included 41 ideas from the idea pads. I was counting about 40 to 45 ideas were covered from idea pads, of which Mohit's ideas were his own. So about close to 50, close to 45 ideas is pretty impressive.
Thank you.
That is actually the most important, valuable reason for this exercise. You did well. Now, the people who have been listening for a long time, the time is 6:36 and we still have about 25 minutes left in the session today. Let us not waste time. At least the opening segment of the presentation should be finished by Team Guru Prasanna. Understandably, you cannot take time more than 35 minutes. Mohit, is there any limitation for your time? Can you wait for another 35 minutes and wait? I mean, witness the presentation of your opposite team?
Yes, sir.
Right. So, Guru Prasanna's team, would you like to finish the presentation today itself?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Okay. Fine. Vishnupriya, what is it?
Sir, today I don't have tuition, so I can stay for the whole class.
Definitely. So stay here till 9:30 in the night, and I will ask Swiggy to give you dinner also. So, right. Yeah, Kavita.
Sir, can I ask Dakshinana whether he has class today, sir?
Kavita.
Sir?
Even if he is having Narendra Modi addressing him personally, he should finish and then only he has to go.
Sir, no
Okay,
classes
sir.
today, sir. It's only for 4 days in a week, sir. We don't have it on Saturday.
Okay, now.
Beautiful.
Sir, we want to penalize for not doing 60 ideas.
No. So, idea. You might be having ideas, but ideas should fit this situation,
Yes,
right? So 45 ideas is pretty impressive.
Sir, I have a thing to say, sir. Sir, we are going on a different format, sir. We initially will do some things differently, and then in the final phase we'll give the ideas. Each one will give for every problem, sir. That's okay, right?
Absolutely no problem, as long as you are finishing within the time of 35 minutes, including the grace time.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's start sharing, sir.
Yeah, you start sharing, come on. All right, so Team Udeshri Brinda, you have finished your presentation. Sit back and relax and enjoy Team Guru Prasanna's presentation. They have got a different mode of approach, and the approach change, you need not get panicked. Change of approach is not going to make any huge difference. But however, if you are dragging more beyond the time that is given, then it is going to be a big problem for you. So, Dakshin, put it in the slideshow mode.
Yes, sir. Can you see it, sir?
I'm seeing with a short view, that is in the layout view only.
Now, sir.
Everybody else is seeing in a proper way?
Yes,
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 sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Dakshin, now I'm able to see, but minimize that window. Skype window.
Yes. Okay, Guru, can we start, sir?
Ma'am,
Yeah, 3, 2,
just minimize that window now.
just move it away, just move it away.
Sir, I've taken it off,
Yes,
so that's not a problem.
yes.
We want the full screen to be visible, so that's
Yeah, fine. Now it's okay. You can start by all means. 3, 2, go.
A warm welcome to one and all present here. I am from Bombay Psychological Union, and I am Manzoor. It's now 1930, but uh, how our uh, how our university was formed in 1890, we can see it now.
But there is harmony between the mind, heart, and resolution. Then nothing is impossible. This was quoted in the Rig Veda, and this is a staunch message that we carry forward as members of the Bombay Psychological Union. So now we'll enact a small skit to show you the purpose behind our psychological union. It's going to be around for 5 minutes, and let's get to it. 3, 2, 1, go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can you all please introduce yourselves?
Good evening, sir. I'm Sabita, and I'm the second senior activist here, and I'm a psychologist here. I'm glad to meet you all here, and I think there is a reason behind why Sadapti Singh has called us here. Let us ask him what is the reason, and let us get the introduction of everybody else here.
Yeah, so can you all please introduce yourselves?
Yeah. So, good evening, sir. And I'm Ilango, and I'm an physiatrist. I'm the junior most activist here, and eagerly wait why Mr. Sadapti Singh has called us.
Yes, actually, Mr. Sadapti Singh wanted to show a clip of a video where he was attending a conference with the Indian National Congress. So it's just about our history, how we were formed. Shall we play the clipping now and go to 1890s?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Sure,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes,
So here you go.
sir.
So right now we are in the conference room. Let's see what happens. 3, 2, 1, go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sakshin Siddharth, and I am a chief activist in the Indian National Congress. So how are you all?
We are all fine,
Fine,
sir.
sir.
We're all fine,
Myself,
sir.
Guru Krishna, sir.
Well, nice to meet you, Mr. Guru. You're from Madras, right? From the Madras branch of Indian National Congress.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, happy to have you all people from different states. And we are gathered here for a very important thing. And we have our chief guest, Dr. Sadapti Singh. He isn't from from the Indian National Congress, but he's a psychologist. And we have a major problem. We have people who are mentally ill, people who are depressed due to the exploitation by the British, and people who also want to join the British because India is not that developed. Now we have to figure out, we have to do something to change those people. Do you have any ideas, anyone?
Yes, sir, absolutely. I have an idea, and what you said is right. The situation is getting worse, and people do not feel that India is safe for them. We are the ones who have to make sure that they do not get into that feeling. So, one idea I have is that we shall go to their homes and we shall go to their homes or arrange a public meeting and give a positive note and make them inspired and motivated to get freedom, sir. This is my idea, and I think Miss Mirdubashni is having some idea.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, sir. This is Mridu Bashni. I have an idea that we can give some counseling to them so that we can change their minds.
Okay, Ms. Bashni, that sounds good. Mr. Guru Prasanna, do you have any idea? How can we deal with this situation?
Yes, Dakshin Siddharth, I have an idea. Uh, your words are right. The people are not patriotic to their country, so we can give them about we can say about our India our patriot and our patriotism to them, so they will be they will not feel to go to other countries.
Okay, Mr. Guru. Dr. Sadapti Singh was saying that he wants to establish a psychological organization. So, Dr. Sadapti, aka Sibhyadithan, can you please throw some light on it? Why do you want to establish a psychological organization? Out of character, CB, you have to speak up now, CB. So why do you want a psychological organization? You want to change people's minds?
I want to change the people's mind. The, uh, they, they will go to the another. They was look like good. Then they will show the real face and they will understand and then uh, they will live their life. We should not do that. We should be in our India. Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Sadapti. So, Mr. Ashwatham and Dr. Sadapti has an idea of establishing a psychological union in Bombay known as BPU. How do you think this idea is going to be?
This is a very good idea. So we can shall we try to once we have our union got to a higher level, shall we make it go to other states like Chennai and these type of this type of states?
Yes, definitely we'll expand our endeavors, definitely. So, is this idea of setting up a union good to everyone? Can we set up a psychological union in Bombay?
Yes, Mr. Dakshin Surat, I was
Yes,
about to
Mr.
say, and
Dakshin.
the the idea from Dr. Sadapti Singh is one fantastic idea that we can establish very soon, and that organization is definitely going to be a hit. And we want to give helping hands to the people who are mentally ill and who do not feel that India is safe for them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
You're right.
everyone. So, we'll do that right away. So, in the previous skit, we saw how our organization was established, and now I'll ask some of our teammates to throw light on what our organization can basically do. How are we well equipped to deal with the challenges which the Indian government has assigned us? Let's go. Guru Prasanna, sir, you can start. What do you think about our organization, and how can we deal with the challenges given?
Yes, Dakshin Siddharth. Yes, Dakshin Siddharth. We can change the state into a better state. For that, uh, uh, for that, I have some solutions. We can uh, we can help the people who are very poor, and we can help them to understand that this is our state and this is our country.
Okay. Ms. Kalpita, do you want to throw some light on this organization which Sadapti sir mentioned?
Yes, sir. Sure. We have a team of psychologists who have who are holding degrees in various set in psychology, and now the more specialized psychologists here are almost six in number, and they are really good, and they are working hard towards the country to get the entire country out of the feeling that they are feeling of insecurity in India. The first thing we are going to do is an a few people here, especially Miss Sabita and Miss Sheba here are great influencers, and they are good at public speaking, and they are also motivators. So the first thing we can do is we can influence people by giving them positive thinking, and we have a set of people who are ready to transform people who are having different feelings on India. So these are the two main objectives of our country. Next, I would like to ask the next person to continue.
Yes, as my teammate said, we all have a psychiatrist to cure the problem that people are having. So if we can read minds and they can give some solutions for that, through that they can overcome their problems, and through that they can transform from the past, and they can be very positive in their future. Continued by next person.
Yeah, yeah. So I'd like to explain some things that we have done. Our union has grown big, and now we have them in Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, Assam, and Punjab too. So, and we have also started another a small union known as Green, and its intention is to make people uh, make people understand that we'll have to plant more trees and preserve minerals and try to save the animals that are by the extinction level. So continued by the next person.
Thank you, everyone. So this is our motto: we influence people, we transform people, and we help people to be better. We believe we are well equipped to deal with the challenges which have been given. And now a formal introduction by each one of us. Manzu, starting with you.
Yes, I'm Manzoor. I'm a psychologist. Uh, I have 20 years of experience in psychology, and I am in the uh, Bombay Psychology Union for 20 years. I am a specialist in dealing people, especially youngsters who have mental problems. My special skills are I can control anger, and then I can create or innovate to overcome physical disabilities. I can read the minds of the people, and a person who can follow. I'm a person who can follow the ethics strictly.
Thank you, Mr. Manzu. Now, Ms. Sabita, it's over to you.
Thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. I am Sabita, and I have been an experienced psychologist, and I have 15 years of experience in psychology. I am working here in BPU for almost a long years, and I am more passionate about psychology, and I'm especially well versed in analyzing the basic behavior of people. I get obsessed with people in the first sight of the sir.
Sabita,
Sir.
no, 1 minute, Pinna. Dakshin, we haven't, yeah, only now the slide is getting changed. Is there a delay for me or everybody got the slide changed only now?
Sir, the
Yeah, we
slide
got the
changed now
slide
only,
change.
sir.
Yes,
Now only, sir.
slight change now only,
Now
sir.
only
Fine.
slide.
And Kalpita, I'm rewinding the time, so better start from the beginning about Sabita's introduction.
Okay, sure, sir.
Yeah.
A warm welcome, everyone. I am Sabita, and I am more passionate in psychology, and that is why I'm working in BPU for almost 15 years. And I am specialized in analyzing the basic behavior of people, and it is one of my hobby. I could say that analyzing people in their first impression. So I have few specialized skills that will be helpful for the upcoming missions that are going to be successful. I think the first special skill I have is I'm good at traditional fighting, and especially when it comes to defense, I'm really good. And next one is I'm more passionate in psychology, and I'm more passionate in dealing with people who are mentally ill, and that is why we have come here for this mission. The next two skills which are more important for a person's life is leadership skill and a problem solving skill. When it comes to solving skill, I'm very good in critical thinking, and that is really going to be helpful for the mission. The next one, which have laid the foundation for our organization, is my great strategic skills, where I'm good at knowing opponent's decision, what the opponent is going to make, and as well as the decision I'm going to make. So I'm keen and composed, so that our mission will be successful. Over to the next person to give an introduction.
So, a warm greetings to everyone. I am Shiba, and I have an experience of 20 years in psychology, and I'm in I mean, I have 18 years experience in BPU, and I'm specialized in dealing with youngsters, and I can easily influence them, and I can change their minds as positive minds. And my special skills are spreading patriotism and suggest the person to read books, and giving lots of positivity and spreading positivity to the persons who are coming to me as help, and giving solutions to the complex problems, and I can easily read their minds of the persons, and I can easily give solutions for it. And I'm really happy to be a psychologist, and I'll definitely do my best, and making people believe whatever I transforms them. Continued by next person. Yes, sir.
I would suggest you to, are you using the Bluetooth neckband?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a, do you have a, do you have a card mic or something?
No, sir.
It is where earphone இருக்கான்னு கேக்குறேன்.
Sir, 1 second, sir. I have only headphones, sir, that is not using properly, sir. I'll just ask the mother, is there anything, sir?
Not now, not now. See if you can use some earphones, because this Bluetooth is gathering every other noise also, and we are not able to get your voice clearly. So from next class onwards, consider using some earphone or something.
Okay, sir.
Right, okay.
So, warm greetings to all. I'm Melango, and I'm specialized in hypnosis and mind control. Like I can hypnotize others and make them go change their mind. And I've experience in physiology for 25 years. Saying that I'm also a physiologist, and I have 20. I'm
So Ashwathaman, 1 second. Pronounce it as psychologist. Okay.
Okay.
Dakshin,
Yes, sir.
hypnosis and mind control were not disciplines in 1930, and it was not licensed to stream during that time. We cannot have a hypnotist, and hypnotism is not a profession. Hypnotism is not at all a profession. Hypnotism is a skill. So hypnotist, if somebody is hypnotizing somebody else in 1930, they will be arrested and they will be hanged to death. You should have collected proper details. Hypnosis was never a discipline in 1930. And right now, we don't have any clinical hypnotists. We don't have any clinical mind control experts. We have psychotherapists, we have intervention analysts, and we have psychologists who are using Jungian therapy or Freudian therapy. தெரியாம நுனிப்புள் மேய்ஞ்சிக்கிட்டு, you people are really stumbling and making fool of yourself, especially as a Tamil. Who says hypnotism is a specialization? Hypnotism and mesmerism were banned during that time. Nostradamus was arrested because of doing hypnotism in the 18th century itself. Hypnotism came into existence and people started viewing it as a skill, but not a certificate skill, after 1960. And he is not even pronouncing psychology, he is saying physiology. This is rejected. Adaptability survey, operating multiple vehicles, emotional control, making others go. Who is he? Is he Iron Man or Chris Evans, Captain America? What is operating multiple vehicles? How is that a skill? And with this inability that he has in the skit, he will not even able to lift a tablespoon. Then how can he have all these skills? Why is so much of ambiguation? What were you
So like
doing
every
as a
person, I'm sorry, sir. Like every person designs their own cards, sir. So I didn't notice.
20 years in BPU. What is the BPU?
Sir, our like union, sir.
Union, psychology union. So he says specialized in hypnosis and mind control, experienced 25 years in psychology, and union will allow people only after 25 years of experience. And with 5 years of experience, he has been in the union for 20 years. What kind of a foolish blueprint he has brought? 5 வருஷம் சைக்காலஜி பிராக்டிஸ் பண்றவன கேட்ல கூட உள்ள விட மாட்டானே யூனியன். இவர் 5 வருஷத்துக்கு உள்ள போய் 20 வருஷம் அங்க எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணாரு. ஹிப்னாசிஸ், மைண்ட் கண்ட்ரோல், ஐ கேன் ரீட் மைண்ட். What's the use? I told you in the beginning itself. Problems வந்து solution கொடுக்கும்போது I might reject. I'm sorry. It's rejected. If he has something else to say, let him speak. This is superfluous. And this is completely ridiculous. How can a specialist be in hypnosis and mind control?
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir.
Sir, we are really sorry on behalf of Ashwathaman.
Kalpita, Darshan, Guru Prasanna, why are you sorry? Where is he? Is he sleeping? Why is he not talking? Aswathama.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
In a sorry, sir. What do you think of yourself? How can hypnosis and mind control be a 25 years old discipline? Hypnosis is not even a certified skill. Very wonderful. Teammates கிட்ட கேட்டிருக்கணும். And you are presenting all this in front of a person who has finished a PhD in counseling psychology. Everything that you have considered, most of them are errors. First of all, going for the psychology union was such a big mistake. The history contains error. The way it operated, there are a lot of errors. All that can be excused. But 25 years old experience in hypnosis and mind control, that's bull dash. Skip this slide. Skip this slide. This is rejected. Go to the next one.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir. So can we continue, sir?
Yes, you can continue, and you have finished 24 minutes. One.
Yes, sir. So, hello everyone, I'm Dilip and I specialize in influencing various kind of people. I just need some time to get to know people and I can make them feel really comfortable. I can make them trust me by being good to them. And I have an experience of 30 years in psychology and have been working here for 26 years. And I have some skills like making quick decisions, judging things quickly, like leadership, man management skills. I can form tactics in order to solve problems. So these are some of the special skills which I have. And now Martin will quickly explain about him and we'll go to the solution part. Sibia, then come on.
Come on, Sibi, explain about
Okay. My name is Martin. My specialist is dealing with the jealous person who, when I'm my specialist is I will handle the jealousy person who like think like this. I can do this. I can. And this is what is I'm doing my own. That like he said, and he don't know how to do. That's like the people I will hand nicely. Then my experience is 20 years. My special skills, my ability to help in money skills. I'm not they said that this leave the money the high up the I'm not saying I want the government giving it definitely I'm giving. Some people are giving the government giving that 100 rupees, they will say 200 rupees. I'm not like that. I'm not giving the money more. Telling I will take the money and anybody not having money and asking help, I will give them the money. eat. Eat and then I won't say eat. They will take them eat. They will become any problem. They will help us to protect us. Thank
Okay,
you.
so now yes, to be go ahead, finish it off. Okay, so for the first problem, 25 government officials with memory loss. Guru will start off with by giving the solutions.
Yes, now 25 officials with memory loss. We can stay mentally active, which means we can help the person who are mentally affected by innovating them into games like crossword puzzle, memory game, etc. Learn to play. The people we can we can introduce themselves to play a musical instrument. And the next one is sleep well. Sleeping helps to consolidate your memories. Most adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day. The next one, 50 college students who want to be scout. We can say the importance of volunteering themselves in different activities during the different situations. And the next one, 8 hostages who are being labeled as tailors. We have to give importance to uh, we have to give importance uh, to their behavior changes. And the 35 depressed youngsters, we can show love and affection, uh, uh, and we can help them to be in a good mental health. We can help by physical health is the key, and physical health is the key to mental health. Eat well, sleep, and stay active. For the 95 students who are lost their physical abilities, we can introduce therapies to recover their recovery and motivate themselves. They can perform. We should motivate and motivate themselves. The 40 people who are confused and deviated, if we are if we have clarity what to do and when to do, we will never be confused. So we will make the people crisp and clear in their ideas. Continued by the next person.
Shiba next.
Okay, thank you. 25 government officials with memory loss. So we'll just suggest them to recall their memories that are in the past, and we'll suggest therapy called repeated stacking, which will definitely help them to recover their memory. 50 college students who want to be scout, and we will definitely encourage their volunteerism through giving some value-based activities, and we'll give some counseling to not to be in the scouts. We'll definitely give them some counseling so that they can come back to the normal position of theirs. 8 hostages who are being labeled as strays. So will give the insights of patriotism and the essence of patriotism in them, so that they can they can show their patriotism towards country, and they'll give the soul for their country. And 35 depressed youngsters, making them feel that we are also depressed in the past and we have overcome it. Like that, if we give some positivity to them, they'll also believe in us, and they'll definitely follow our words. And will suggest them to spend time with their persons who like the most, and the persons who are very close to their heart. Through that, they can distract the mind from the depression stage, and they can be very happy. 95 school students who have still who has lost physical abilities. So if they in that stage, their confidence level will be very less. So we can, if we
improve their confidence level, they can definitely be very bold to overcome their physical disabilities. So, through making some giving motivational books or making the people like if the people have success with their physical disabilities, like if we show the people and through giving motivation and all, they'll definitely overcome it. And 40 people who are confused and deviated, by giving the book called the power of positive thinking by Norman Vincent Peale, they can get the positivity, and they'll never confuse and they'll be in a correct way. Thank you, sir. Thank you, friends. Continue by next person.
Martin, now you can give your solution. Sibi Adityan, give your solution.
My
Sibi,
Sibi, continue, Sibi.
okay, now. Okay, ka. My solution is uh, uh, everybody was everybody was I can do this, I can do that, like thinking. Then I will come and I will then I will then I will that then I will learn. I will treat them, and I will say that you cannot do that and all. We can something only we can do. Okay, we all that we cannot do, because when something it was come as wrong, something come as any uh, any damage thing, then we cannot do that. The experienced person can only do that. Okay, that like I'm said, then they can okay, they can compromise and go. Thank you.
Very good try, Sibi Adityan. Well done.
Super, Sibi.
Well done, Sibi.
Very well done, Sibi.
Well done, Sibi.
Well done, Sibi.
Thank you,
Well done,
guys.
Sibi.
Thank you. Thank you now.
Your team has got the last 2 minutes.
Thank you, sir. So now, as Siba, I would like to give you my part of solution from Idea Facts. The first solution which I'm going to give is for the 50 college students who want to be scouts, because when we rescue them, it would be more helpful for the entire nation of India to get their freedom. The from the Idea Fact, my part of solution is to go ahead with a technique which was introduced in 1910 by psychotherapist called as Charles Bondi, and he said he could from visualizing things, person could induce into any state, and we can be more positive and powerful. Whatever we think, that is only going to happen. So this is one set of solution I had in my idea part, and I'm linking it with the 50 college students. The next set of solution which I'm going to give is for 25 government officials with memory loss. The first thing, as an experienced person in psychology, as I have already mentioned in my special skills, that I'm a great influencer and a motivational speaker. I'm ready to give a speech on the power of your subconscious mind, which was also in my idea. But what we think is what we become. That is already said before, and from what we think we will be able to get whatever we want. So I make sure that the 25 government officials are believing that they will be overcoming all their memory loss. And the next solution is for 8 hostages who are being labeled as traitors. So my set of instant ideas that after rescuing the 50 college students who are ready to form a scout, we shall make them to come together with eight hostages. so that they will not feel that they are not being labeled as traitors, and they can also contribute to the country. The next set of solution is going to be for 35 depressed youngsters. The 35 depressed youngsters, we shall make them first understand what their goal is, and we shall find out from them itself what their goal is, and we'll give them more opportunities on what they actually want, and we'll make sure that those 35 depressed youngsters doesn't feel that they are actually depressed. They are actually depressed. And my next part of solution is going to be for 95 school students who have lost their physical abilities. For this is going to be for people who are actually blind. As I have already said that I'm an influencer, I shall make them understand about Helen Keller. This was also a part of my idea, knowing about Helen Keller. So I have accommodated this with 95 school students who have lost their physical abilities. They shall take Helen Keller as an inspiration, and they shall come forward and. Sir?
With the time.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, can we get 5 minutes extra, sir? So
Time
that
is
Dakshana.
9. The time is 9:16, Guru Prasanna. And when I stopped Kalpita, it was already 38 minutes.
Sir, just 5 minutes, sir. Dakshanana and Ashwathaman will finish their ideas.
I can give 4 minutes. Talk.
Thank you, sir.
Dakshanana can start.
Dakshina, your mic has been muted now.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us the time extension. So my set of solutions for the first problem, that is the 25 government officials with memory losses, I want all of my teammates to get closer to them, make us closer to them, because they don't have any memory left. So they'll start believing that we are their like relatives, and then we'll start influencing them in a positive way. We'll try to bring back their memory by taking them to family properties or bringing them near known people whom they have known. We'll try to be nicer to them, and we'll make them feel comfortable. And also, we'll keep new information simple. Rather than saying this, she is your mom, do you remember that? We'll give it as an information. She is your mom, and you don't know this since you have a memory loss. And we'll keep giving verbal clues instead of giving questions, posing questions to them, and we'll not make them confused. We'll keep things very simple to them. And these were my 5 solutions for the first problem. My second problem is 50 college students who want to be scouts. So first we'll start reminding them about their passion and their goal, and we'll make them being affiliated with their particular goal, so that they develop this bond of affinity with their goal, and they start thinking only about their goal. We'll surround them by various things, like we'll post pictures of their goals near their rooms, and we'll do all those things to keep them focused on their goals. And we'll not, like, for the first few days we won't make them mingle with each other, because if they do that, then they'll start rising up a rebellion. So we'll first make them calm down and make them understand about our psychological therapies, and then we'll start making them mingle. And then we'll like deviate them by involving them in fun activities. And we'll also give therapies like guided meditation. We'll record a guided voice of ourselves and we'll give it to them, so that they can talk to their subconscious and make themselves like visualize their goals being accomplished. And these were my 4 solutions for the next for the 50 college students problem. The next one is 8 hostages for being labeled as traitors. First, we'll make them believe in themselves, and we'll make them mentally fit, because there will be a lot of court trials in order for them to prove their innocence. So for that, we'll make them mentally fit, and make them believe that everything will be all right, the placebo effect. And we'll give them solutions like theater in mind, and we'll surround them with patriotic feelings so that they don't go against the country. And the these were my 4 solutions for the next problem. And for the 35 depressed youngsters, we'll tell them the true meaning of depression. And one key method in dealing with depression is thinking about our high performance points, the regions where we have performed very well. And we'll keep reminding them about that so that they don't get this feeling of depression. And we'll make them believe that they are not actually depressed, they're not actually in the stage of depression. And we'll also give the last key method for them to forget their bad memories, and we'll keep them engaged always. These were my 5 solutions for the next problem. And for the 95 school students, we'll use the concept of placebo effect, and we'll abolish bullying. We'll not let them be with people who will bully their physical disabilities, and we'll make them believe that what they have is not a disability, but it's a different ability. They do things with different from others, so we'll make them believe in that way, and we'll make them believe that they could also achieve something, and we'll treat them extremely well. These were my 5 solutions for the next problem. And for the last problem, we have to study these 40 confused people for some time. We have to involve them in certain activities to prevent them from overthinking. Overthinking is the major disability which people with confusion have, so we'll not make them overthink. We'll give them books to read, we'll play games like chess, and we'll give them the concept of vision board so that they could be focused on one particular goal. Thank you. Ashwathaman, finish it off.
So thank you, psychologist, for the
No,
wonderful.
time.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
What?
Yes, sir.
You made a presentation by being part of it, although you came to know about the nature of the activity pretty much late. And having a astute observer of this presentation, which went for almost about 43 minutes, what is your honest opinion?
Sir, I think that was pretty good. If they I think that I think that they should have one person cover just one topic and they can add on to that so that's easier and save time, sir.
Absolutely the point. Balaji?
Sir?
As a senior most person, what do you think is the lacuna of their presentation? Do you really think there is a lacuna in the presentation?
Sir, sir, yes, sir. If they conserve their time, like if they each speak like say like 1 minute, sir, they can speak solution in a very quick and short basis, sir. They can have much advantage than us, sir. So they need to conserve their time a little bit better.
Okay. This is going to take about 5 minutes. Because I need to speak here. Is there anyone who wants to leave now? Because I'm going to take some 5 minutes to speak to Team Guru Prasanna. And that's going to give you the learning. If you're staying here, that's going to give you the learning. Not more than 5 minutes, because I don't want to jeopardize the weekend of anybody. Anyone wants to leave?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Guru Prasanna.
Oh, sir.
Guru Prasanna.
Yes, yes, sir.
Whose idea was this to have the preface of getting into the psychological union and having a conference senate meeting within your real characters, and then the role players coming and explaining about their introduction, and then coming up with the solutions? This framework, whose idea was it?
Sir, Dakshanana said this idea, sir, and we all discussed and told okay, sir. Sir, we thought the time will be okay, sir. It was not.
Virdubhashni. It's a waste of a network. Virdubhashni, are you able to hear me or not? Kalpita,
Sir,
are you satisfied, Kalpita, with the
no,
presentation?
sir. No, sir. Initially, we thought it would be really good, sir, but we were not able to manage with the time, sir. We had lot of plans for executing, sir, but the execution part it was fully of errors, sir. We don't know why, sir, but I take this as a learning, sir. And from the idea parts, I had lot of things to be added, sir, but unfortunately, we were not able to, sir.
That's a point, Kalpita. That's precisely the point. You have spent so many slides for unwanted, idiotic things. Asathaman made a biggest stupidity. Now, I was telling Mitra earlier today, I should ask Dakshin and Kalpita if there was any problem with Asathaman during team talk. It was her who told me, please have belief in him, he would have done a good job. Now, I'm going to say, நான் கேட்கணும்னு சொன்னதுக்கு நீ என்னமோ பெருசா சப்போர்ட் பண்ண அதெல்லாம் நல்லா பண்ணிருப்பாங்க அப்படின்னு. She said நல்லா பண்ணிருப்பாங்க, don't embarrass them by asking such question. And I kept my mouth shut. Now you know who is right. Am I right or she is writing a report? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
A big slide about the history, a big slide about the union, psychological union, and a big slide containing a lot of flaws and errors about the ethnic factors of psychological union and the data. Wikipedia இருந்து அங்கே இங்கே இருந்துட்டு அசால்ட்டடா எடுத்து காப்பி பண்ணி பேஸ்ட் பண்ணி போட்டு அது ஒரு ஸ்லைடா பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. And then you had introduction about it, in which the introduction of every member contained a wonderful slide, a wonderful line that how this person is going to be helpful for the mission. I was very interested, and I even went to the extent of putting that in the chat, appreciating that. And you brought me to the front of the chair, looking forward to have the ideas. And then, for all those things, you were having slide by slide. Dakshin Siddharth, I'm speaking to you because you are the slide administrator. For all those things, you had slide by slide, and you are having one problem slide, and those problems, you volunteered for 6 problems while Udeshi Binda's team took 5 problems. And holding the slide for about 85 minutes, you all speak something nonsense. When one team was able to flip chart every single idea, 42 ideas were displayed in all the presentations, and you have one slide speaking about the problem, and there was not even a single slide for the idea pad exploration for which this entire activity is connected. Universal joke. It's like dressing, putting all the tuxedo, and wearing on a very formal attire, putting the costly red tape shoe, and shoot your head with a bullet. You don't even have a single slide for the idea pad. Such a comedy it was. We were trying to prepare, sir. We did not have time for charting out the ideas. The other team had all the ideas explained in slide by slide. And Kalpita is the toppest person who has maximum numbers of ideas in idea pad. She has crossed over 200 plus now. And as a trainer and as a mentor of hers, will I not be expecting some ideas to be put up on the slide from her side? And as a mentor and as a trainer of Dakshin Siddharth, who comes up with brilliant ideas, will I not be expecting a separate slide for his ideas? Will I not be expecting the ideas from Guru Prasanna, the leader who is taking the leadership mantle for the first time in his life? Will I not be expecting a separate, exclusive slide which contains his own ideas? Look how many disappointments we have given. And look at the team. Dakshin Siddharth, Kalpita Sri, Mridu Bashna, 11th grader, a 10th grader, and 2 10th graders, Guru Prasanna, a person who is showing fast improvement, and this guy Asathaman and Sibi Aditya. I mentioned in the chat, I don't know whether you people looked into the chat or not. I was expecting a blistering performance from your team. The very reason I have put Mohit in Udeshi Brinda's team was, Mohit is a very good performer. This team of Guru Prasanna has already got good performers. And this team needs a little bit of a support because Sanjay is new and Ritan has joined after the timeline gap. So there was a vacuum and that's why I put up Mohit over there. Now you have made me think, you have become such handicapped. என்ன மேட்டரோ அதை மட்டும் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணாம எதுக்கு இந்த ஓவர் கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் ஸ்டெப்? உங்களை யார் வந்து யூனியன் பத்திலாம் பேசணும்?
Sorry, sir.
When a patient has come for heart surgery, will you perform it on head? Because head is coming as the first part on the body. When there was a requirement for heart surgery, I have already told Dakshin Siddharth several times, this is not the first time you are committing the mistake. எது பிரைமரியோ அதை விட்டுட்டு தேவையில்லாத விஷயத்தால கொண்டு வந்து, look at the amount of time. 25 minutes முடிஞ்ச பிறகுதான் அந்த characterization உடைய introduction வருது. My name is Savita, my name is Shiba, my name is Martin, I am Dilip. When you are presenting this side, it was 26 minutes. Damn it, 26 minutes. And I got 1 in 9 minutes left for a whole lot of ideas to be explored for those 6 problems. Even a team panane, straight into the matter. This. Mitra started, then Vishnupriya started, then Balaji, then Brinda, then Mohit, then Ritan, then Sanjay Bhaskar. They all presented, I am this is what is my idea. I am this is what is my idea. Simple, yet powerful, to the point. 24 hours back, I even asked you the approach. What is the approach you are having? And you did say that we have got a different approach, and I was happy. And today, after Udeshi Brinda's presentation, Dakshin himself volunteered, stating that, sir, we have a different approach. Now, appo na sonna, நீ என்ன வேணாலும் பண்ணிக்கடா, ஆனா 35 நிமிஷத்துக்குள்ள முடிக்கணும்னு சொல்லு. I said, okay. Now, Guru Prasanna comes and says that, sir, we thought the timing will be okay. Every time okay ஆகும். Mridubhashini speaks without any sort of modulation difference continuously for 6 minutes with that Bluetooth which is fit for nothing, and it creates lots of erratic noises. In the area and the signal and the area, இதுல Mridubhashini ரொம்ப weak. ஒரு இடத்தை புடிச்சு வச்சிட்டு நம்மளுடைய டெக்னாலஜிக்கல் ஏஜ் எதெல்லாம் கரெக்டா இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கறத கரெக்டா புடிச்சு வச்சுக்க வேண்டாம். Why am I not changing the location? This is 37th or 38th online proper class ever since the lockdown has been put up. Why am I not changing the location? Although this is very disturbing. Because here the network connection is very rich in this area. Ada நீங்க செய்ய மாட்டீங்க? சிபிஆதித்தன் கூப்பிடணும். And இவன் ஒருத்தன் மைக்கை சாப்பிட்டுக்கிட்டே பேசிட்டு இருப்பான். டீம் டிஸ்கஷன்ல இதெல்லாம் கரெக்டா ஓரியன்டா கொண்டு வர மாட்டீங்களா? So terribly disappointed. எங்கடா ஐடியாஸ் எங்கடா? கல்பிதா கடகடன்னு பேசுற அப்படி, கடைசியில குரு பிரசன்னா 5 minutes கேட்டா, அதுல கடகடன்னு பேசுற அப்படி, என்ன ஐடியாவை போட மாட்டீங்களா? I was looking forward to see the ideas. How am I supposed to come to your house and look into your notepad during the lockdown? I want the ideas from the notepad borrowed and put it up in the presentation, and I want to see those ideas. And I want to be really, really happy. Sunday is around. Your CRS has to be mechanized and worked out. நீங்க போற ஐடியாஸ் வச்சுதான் நான் CRS அப்படிங்கறத கை வைக்கிறேன்னு நான் வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் அப்படின்னு மொத்த ஸ்லைட போட்டு ஆமாமா அப்படியே டயலாக் அடிச்சுட்டு நான் வரிசையா.
Sorry, sir.
You stop saying sorry. You are never sorry. You understand? You are never sorry. Each time you utter that bloody freaking word, you are never sorry. I know that. Say only if you are sorry from the heart. You keep committing the mistakes, and this is not the first time you are letting your team damn it down. You let your team down miserably. How can a hypnotist be as a licensed performer in 1930? Aren't you responsible to collect the research? Sorry, I won't repeat. You are not sorry, and you are repeating it again and again. That's what is happening. What would Mohit think of me? In the years batch, I have been giving so special mention about everybody like Dakshin Siddharth, Mitra, Kalpita Sri. I've spoken big things about you all, and now he comes and sees your presentation, and what kind of impression he will have on his seniors. Dakshin, it has been a disease for you. You have always been getting into the wrong path in the name of the advancement, and you are not specifically focusing on the targeted area that you are supposed to target. I don't know why that is happening. What was the bloody need of having a Senate discussion and you go there, okay, Guru Prasanna, what is your idea? Kalpita Sri, what is your idea? Fine, the intention is good. But shouldn't you be responsible to alienate the time and apportion the time accordingly? If it is going to lay the knife on the heart of the matter, then you should have skipped. Even during the skit performance, you should have said, okay, fine, so I think it is taking a longer time. It bleeds for me in the heart when I was seeing the timer. The time that you finished speaking about the psychological union, 17 minutes have already been elapsed. And energy illama, serious. And the ability illama, role play, original, except Kalpita and Dakshin, nobody had energy. That's why I mentioned, we need more energy. It's going static and subtle. 43 minutes of complete, disorganized, misoriented, idiotic performance.
Sorry about
41
this, sir.
ideas have been presented by one team, Dakshin Siddharth, Kalpita Sri, Mridu Bashni. 41 ideas have been presented. You did present ideas. Now, Kalpita would ideas I expect pannitu. Idea pad, she is really doing good, and I was about to give bonus in the idea pad column this time for her in the CRS 2.0 in the Sunday update. Presuming that she will be coming up with a wonderful presentation. The presentation that you all made for the movies, 1% opacity. It was not having the opacity, it was not having the capacity also. What explanation do you have, Dakshin? Come on, speak. What explanation do you have?
So, like in the team talk, we decided that we'll have 20 minutes for the idea discussion, and within 12 minutes, we'll finish the other things, sir. But while presenting, we were not able to do that, sir.
Rehearse பண்ணுங்க. Rehearse பண்ணுங்க. Mental rehearsal therapy நான் சொல்லி கொடுத்திருக்கேன். Mental இருக்கிற invisible factorsக்கு rehearsal தேவைப்படும் போது physical factorsக்கு rehearsal வேண்டாம். If you are able to rehearse, then you would have come to know that these are all the areas where it is very grey and it is elongating and it is taking a lot of time. You would have known that. That's the first job of a professional. Making a blueprint, making a thumbnail, rehearse, put it to the rehearsal and see where expedition is needed and then take corrective actions. And I have taught you this several times. And you are coming and saying very cool that you had, sir, நான் நினைச்சேன், sir, நான் இப்படி கற்பனை பண்ணேன், நீ நினைக்கிறது கற்பனை பண்ணலாம் யாருக்கு வேணும்? எக்ஸிகியூஷன்ல கொண்டு வாடா, செயல்ல கொண்டு வா. 3 heavyweights. Dakshin Siddharth, Kalpita, Mridu Bashni. And a good performer who is showing improvement. 4 heavyweights. Irundum, you have made fool of yourselves. In the book, easy it remembers me the turtle and the rabbit. Out of the presentation, deliver this. No focus. Straight into the matter. Yes, they also have some flaws. It doesn't mean that it was 100% pitch perfect. They also have the flaws. But I was convinced that 40 Kalpita, idea pad explore பண்றதுக்காகவே தான் the specific activity அப்படிங்கறத நான் சொன்னேனா இல்லையா?
Yes, yes.
அப்ப தக்ஷின், அப்ப ஐடியாஸை வந்துட்டு ஸ்லைட்ல போடணுங்கிற எண்ணம் உனக்கு ஏன் வரல? டைம் இல்லை.
Yes, sir.
அதனால தான் நான் கேட்டேன். ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? ரத்தன் நிதிஷ் பிரசன்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கும்போது டக்குன்னு நான் நிறுத்திட்டு கேட்டேன். ஏன்னா ஸ்டிமுலேட் ஆகும். அடே இது நம்ம மறந்துட்டோமே அப்படின்னு நீ விரல் போயிருக்கும். அப்பதான் நான் அதான் மைண்ட் ரீடிங். அப்பதான் நான் கேட்டேன். Are you touching the presentation? You said no. So incomplete. What you have displayed is an incomplete presentation. Is that teamwork? Guru Prasanna, as a leader, shouldn't you be responsible to reveal that honestly? Sir, can we have some extra time? Because the presentation is little incomplete. கேட்க வேண்டியதானே? ஒரு லீடரா உனக்கு அந்த பொறுப்பு இல்லையா? Are you not supposed to do that for the sake of your team members? தர்ஷனுக்கு வந்து பேச டைம் மட்டும் கேட்ட 5 நிமிஷம். மிருது பாஷி என்ன நடக்குதுன்னே தெரியாது. ஒரே மாடுலேஷன்ல அப்படியே பேசிட்டு இன்டர்வியூல போய் இப்படி எல்லாம் பேசணும்னு வச்சுக்கோ ஃபியூச்சர்ல. ஒரு ஸ்டாப், ஒரு பாஸ், கொஞ்சம் ஒரு ஹை மாடுலேஷன், இதெல்லாம் எப்ப நீ கத்துக்க போற? அந்த ப்ளூடூத்ல பேக்ரவுண்ட் மியூசிக் வேற. உங்களெல்லாம் நிறைய பேரை விட சிபிஆயத்தில் ஓரளவுக்கு நல்லா பண்ணான். அவனுக்கு தெரிஞ்சதை பேசினான், அது மட்டும். நிகழ்ச்சியை தொகுத்து வழங்குற மாதிரி தர்ஷன் சித்தார்த் காம்பேரிங் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கான். 36 நிமிஷம் முடிஞ்சு போச்சு, அவன் இன்னும் பேசல. நான் பிளானிங் டே 36 minutes, and a yes player in the team kept his mouth shut just by being a slide operator, which an attender in an office can do. And Guru Prasanna had to pitch in, and as a leader he had to ask 5 minutes time. And in the 5 minutes time, recording போய் பாரு how pathetic it was. கட்ட 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 எவனுக்கும் ஒன்றும் புரியல. என் ஒருத்தருக்கு மட்டும் தான் புரிஞ்சு. ஏன்னா நீ சொன்ன தெரபிஸ் எல்லாமே நான் டிஸ்கவர் பண்ணேன். அதனால இதை பத்தி தான் பேசுறான், இதை பத்தி தான் பேசுறான் அப்படின்ட்டு பிளேசிபோ எஃபெக்ட் கொண்டு வந்து, அந்த பிளேசிபோ எஃபெக்ட் தான் உங்களுடைய ட்ரீட்மெண்ட்லயே ஒரு ஹார்ட் பீஸ். அது அவ்வளவு பெரிய விஷயம். அதை ஒரு ஸ்லைட்ல போடணும்னு உங்களுக்கு தோணும். We are having placebo effect as the most important intervention for solving all these 6 problems. Shouldn't you have the tenacity of putting up a separate slide for the placebo effect, which is actually operating as a back-end operation, which is bringing all these solutions to the outfit? வேலை அதிகமா இருந்ததுன்னா, அகடமிக் ஸ்கெட்யூல் அதிகமா இருந்ததுன்னா என்னால பிரசன்டேஷன்ல ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ண முடியாதுன்னு சொல்லிருக்கல நேத்து. அதையும் சொல்ல கிடையாது. ஸ்கிட் அப்படிங்கிற இந்த ஒரு மேசிவான விஷயத்தையும் ஆத்ரேயா இளமாறனுடைய பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ், கேமியோ பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸை வச்சு அதை கட் பண்ணிட்டு I gave most of the portion towards you for the presentation. And look what you have done. 43 freaking minutes. Okay. This task is over. No explanation and corrective measures time will be given. And Monday we are continuing with a new task. This was a failure by a team. I wanted to stimulate this idea pad thing even more, and I wanted to mix journal writing as an extra learning for this. If both the presentations have been effective, everything is into the troubled waters now. I'm saying only last chunk of the time is available. Even then, by looking at the message, Aswatthama, we are coming to it. We are coming to it. Where did you come? Huh? What is the use of coming in 36th minute when I haven't heard even a single idea to my ear? You people have presented only 12 ideas. 18 ideas actually, but 6 ideas were repetitions. 12 ideas. Kalpita Sri has got an idea pad of 200 ideas. Dakshin Siddharth has got an idea pad of almost about 175 ideas. Guru Prasanna has got the idea of about 50 ideas. Mridu Bashni has got 112 ideas. இதெல்லாம் சேர்ந்தாவே 500 ideas மேல வந்தாச்சு. என்ன பண்ணீங்க இந்த 500 ஐடியாஸ்? கேக்குறப்ப மட்டும் அப்படி சொன்னீங்க. மிருதுபாஷி சொன்னா, சார் 115 ஐடியாஸ். சார் I got a new idea pack. ஒத்த ஐடியா கூட ஸ்லைட்ல காணும். We are finishing this activity. Scientists' interception is done. And Monday we are going to have, I cannot have a new person like Mohit to put his hard work into vain. I will have to work on something else so that Mohit gets a different new form. So for the sake of the better performance, Udeshri Brinda's team, you did really well. I really appreciate your team for that. Fantastic delivery.
Thank you,
well
sir.
Thank you, sir.
So much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And I listened and I watched the recording. Yesterday when there was a team talk with Udeshri Brinda and I watched the recording of Udeshri Brinda's leadership. அவங்கிட்ட அவ்வளோ ஒரு தெளிவு இருக்கு. யாரையும் இன்சல்ட் பண்ணாம எல்லாருடைய ஐடியாஸையும் பிரெயின் ஸ்டார்ம் பண்ணி தெளிவா நிதானமா பண்ணணும். Properly supported by the other members. You know how Mitra will fetch your support. And you know how Vishnupriya will support. என்னால பிபிடி அப்படிங்கறத நான் பாத்துக்கிறேன்னு சொல்லும்போது விஷ்ணுபிரியா வாலண்டியர்ஸ் ஃபார் த ஹெல்ப். உனக்கு பிபிடி சப்போஸ் முடியலன்னா என்கிட்ட சொல்லு, நான் பண்றேன், என்கிட்ட கேட்கறதுக்கு ஹெசிடேட் பண்ணாத. And she has tuitions and she is volunteering. That gesture was really wonderful from Vishnupriya. That's the kind of, hand in hand teamwork. Sanjay Bhaskar gave his idea, Balaji gave his idea. Although Balaji joined the team discussion late, Ambai தூங்கிட்டான். அதுக்கு உங்களுக்கு மைனஸ் கட்டாயம் இருக்கு. But nevertheless, the minus, they will still stand strong, I tell you. Monday நான் evaluation கொடுக்கும்போது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். ஒரே ஒரு லேர்னிங் அதோட நம்ம முடிக்கிறோம். There is nothing wrong in going the extra mile. But டெஸ்டினேஷனையும் தாண்டிட்டு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா மைல் போனீங்கன்னா அந்த எக்ஸ்ட்ரா மைலுக்கு மரியாதை இருக்கு. எக்ஸ்ட்ரா மைல் அப்படிங்கிறது என்னது? நீ டெஸ்டினேஷனை ரீச் பண்றதுக்கு இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஸ்டெப்ஸ் அதிகம் எடுக்கிறது. நீ எங்க வந்து ரீச் ஆகணுமோ அந்த டெஸ்டினேஷன்ல இருந்து நான் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா மைல் எடுக்கிறேன் அப்படிங்கிற நேம் சேக்கு பண்ணினா that will appear only as a hilarious comedy. மற்றவங்களோட டிஃப்ரெண்டா நம்ம வேற மாதிரி பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிற இன்டென்ஷன் எல்லாம் தப்பு இல்லை. பட் அந்த இன்டென்ஷன்ல வந்துட்டு கோரா எதை செய்யணுமோ அதுல போட்டக்கூடாது. லைஃப் இது ரொம்ப முக்கியமான லெசன். கீப் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங்ஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட். ஆல்வேஸ் ஸ்டீஃபன் கோவி எழுதின புக்கே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங்ஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கூகுள் பண்ணி பாருங்க. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங்ஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட், ஆத்தர் பை ஸ்டீஃபன் கோவி. And that man is $1 million motivation speaker and an intervention analyst for various organizations. Rest in peace, he is no more. And he speaks about this. First things first. எது முக்கியமோ அதவே நீங்க என்ன பண்ணிருக்கணும். அந்த யூனியன் பத்தி நீங்க பேசுறதெல்லாம் ஓகே. ஆனா எங்கிட்ட ஒரு ஐடியாஸ் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அந்த ஐடியாஸை ஃபர்ஸ்ட் போட்டுட்டு இந்த ஐடியாஸை நாங்க இந்த சைக்காலஜி யூனியன்ல இருந்து நம்ம கொண்டு வரோம் அப்படின்ட்டு அதை பேக் எண்டா வச்சிருக்க வேண்டியது. Keeping the last things first and keeping the first things last. நீ நாளைக்கு ஒரு ஆக்குபேஷன்ல இருக்க, நீ தான் லீடர், ஒரு முக்கியமான ப்ராஜெக்டை முடிக்கணும். இப்படிதான் வந்து மிஸ்செலேனியஸ் ஆஸ்பெக்ட் கொண்டு போய் ஃப்ரண்ட் லைன்ல வச்சுக்கிட்டு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் ப்ராஜெக்டோட முக்கியமான இன்டர்ஃபேஸை கொண்டு போய் பேக் எண்ட்ல வச்சுட்டு பல்ல காடி நின்றுட்டு இருப்பியா? இன்டர்வியூ பண்ணிருக்கணும் யாராவது. Dakshin வீட்டு யாராவது சொல்லிருக்கணும். Marking a punch on his head, somebody should have told him. And now we are seriously going to run out of time if you are doing all this. Can we change the approach with all due respect? Speak like that. Assertive சொல்லுங்க. நான் டைம் அதிகமா எடுத்துறோமோ கல்பித்து அதை பண்ணிருக்கணும். டெஃபினட்டா அதை பண்ணிருக்கணும். ஆனா கொஞ்சம் ஜாக்கிரதையா இருக்கலாம். இது வந்து அதிகமா டைம் எடுத்துறோமோ எனக்கு தோணுது. வேண்டாம்னா நம்ம ஸ்ட்ரைட்டா ப்ராஜெக்டை மட்டும் பார்க்கலாம். You could have done that. யாரோ சொல்லியிருந்தா அவன் வேண்டாம்னு சொல்லிக்க மாட்டான். Perhaps. ஓகேண்ணா, சூப்பர்ண்ணா, பிரில்லியன்ட்ண்ணா அப்படின்ட்டு இருப்பீங்க. அவனும் அடிச்சு தட்டிட்டான். கடைசியில் எங்க வந்து நிக்கிறீங்க? ரிவர்ஸ் கியரை போட்டுட்டு டாப் கியர்ல போறதுக்கு ட்ரை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. அப்படியே ஸ்டேரிங்கை பிடிச்சிக்கிட்டு. I'm finishing it. I don't know what to take as a call. Unga CRS அப்படியே froze ஆகி நிக்குது. I don't know. Whatever I expected to get into CRS, I was actually looking forward. My fingers were getting burnt. Immediately after today's Saturday's class, I wanted to sit with CRS and I want to type. Now, I don't have anything to type in the CRS. I'm going to give it a rest. But I type பண்றதா இருந்துச்சுன்னா ஒண்ணே ஒரு நாள் டைப் பண்ணுங்க. டீம் குரு பிரசன்னாவுக்கு ஃபைனல் டெஸ்ட் மஸ் ஜம்ப் எகிரும் for this performance that they have done. 43 minutes. First 10 minutes ravishing. I don't deny that. Approach was good. His speech was good. The ideology was good. And having a slide with a written statement that this man can help in the timeline in the mission this way. That was good. Either render தவிர உங்க பிரசன்டேஷன்ல எல்லாமே weak. What?
Yes, sir.
Are you disappointed that this kind of a treatment given to your friends? What is your feeling right now? I want a honest revelation.
Sir, well, sir, to be honest, not to be hurtful to anyone, I think they kind of deserved it because, it would be okay if they, put the mandatory stuff first, then put the extra, but they saved the, mandatory, for later and put some stuff that wasn't mandatory, so, yes, sir.
It happens in Indian batch quite often, Mohit. You might not have seen this kind of an interface in US batch. Are you okay with this kind of learning style?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. Balaji, why is your hand raised?
Yes, sir. For your question that you asked Mohit, sir. So since they don't have like a self awareness in them, sir. Since they need to have a positive self awareness built inside them, so in order to avoid the time elongated to more than the presentation time, sir. So they need to have a positive self-awareness in them, sir.
Okay, agreed. That's agreeable. That's a good observation. So that makes me ask, what kind of explanation do you have, Dakshin? So,
Sir, I'm really sorry, sir. We didn't know that all this would happen, sir. Like during discussion, we decided upon all the timings, and when we estimated it, it came around 32 minutes, sir. But we don't know what happened while we were doing it. Like you said, sir, we gave more importance to things which are not needed, sir. I thought we would have when we decided that we'll have around 20 minutes of pure verbal explanation of the ideas, sir. But we never realized that we were running short in time, sir.
Sir, I don't really have any explanation, sir. It was a huge mistake on our part, sir. I'm really sorry for that, sir, and I apologize to every single person who is in the Skype call for wasting their 40 minutes of the time, sir. I'll take this as a lesson and make sure that this does not repeat again.
okay. Yeah, Sutama.
Sir, today really gonna
Hey,
make
நீ முதல்ல இந்த drag பண்ணி பேசுறது sir அவ்வளவுதான். Sir, there is no word called as sir. Sir. Avoid your fillers and get into the subject matter. Come on.
Okay, sir.
Focus.
Sir, because we really deserved it, sir. We can't. We thought everything would be perfect, but we did not have a good rehearsal or good planning, sir. And we really deserved it, sir. Sorry, sir.
Let's see. Let us see. Okay. Fine. In any case, this is officially over, and I don't want to drag this. And it's a kind of a mistake to expect more about the idea pad thing. And I was looking forward to have an expectation of about say, I think I mentioned about 60 ideas. Yeah, our team, Maru's ideas could know. 60 ideas have been mentioned, and that has been a big joke here. So what I thought would be a big statue of Lord Hanuman has become an erratic monkey. So that's what is the clinical metaphor I would like to give here. So we will stop here, and we will have the session on Monday. So Monday there is going to be a new activity, and that new activity is going to be holding up 2 captains. And the 2 new captains for the activity are Mohit will be one captain, and we will have Sanjay Bhaskar as another captain. And the result of this scientist interception activity will be declared on Monday. So Monday, when we start, the first 5 or 10 minutes will be deputed exclusively for declaring the result of the team. Now, Team Udeshri Brinda holds a lot of competitive advantage. So they might be winning. Yet, there are some areas where Team Guru Prasanna also did a good job during the team talk and in the pre-presentation. So, adukala seta na mark kodukano. But I would like to give a spoiler, if you will. Mostly, it's advantage Team Udeshri Brinda. But in any case, we shall see it on Monday. So Mohit will be the captain and Sanjay Bhaskar will be the captain. And Mohit, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Well, Mohit, you must be knowing about the CRS. I have spoken about that in the US batch also, right? So do you know that predict rating system?
Yes, sir.
Right now you are actually in the US batch CRS. So can I take your name and put it in the Indian batch?
Yes,
CRS?
sir. Yes.
All right. And is there a number that I can add in a WhatsApp group, Mohit? Because that's very important. So could you send a number after the class, which I can include in WhatsApp group so that you can grab the discussions and announcements?
Sure, sir.
Wonderful. Okay, right. So in that case, we will meet on Monday, improvise, and let us see. Monday agenda will be the result of science interception and the new activity led by Mohit and Sanjay Bhaskar. Keep shining this talk. Bye everybody.
Sir, about journal ratings.
That we will see on that.